EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Throwing now is Stroud. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Pierce. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll run for it, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Kirkland throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Kirkland. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Kirkland. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Kirkland. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kirkland looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on second down. Kirkland, and he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Kirkland looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Kirkland over the middle into the hands of Woods. Touchdown Colts. Jelani Woods as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now a play fake here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure
this is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Hand off left side, Pierce. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Stroud to throw it. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Next to score, Texans 20, Colts 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. First and 10, it's Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give, Singletary, right side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Caught by Woods. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
Touchdown, Houston! Dameon Pierce. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw on second down. Kirkland. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brandon Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kirkland, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's complete to Pierce. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, They've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.